it sucks. I mean, I have a job to do. I have bills to pay. I have a position I like to protect. And I have to be respectful of, other people that I work with. Some kids have, not some kids, some guys have babies at home, some guys have people at home who react different to the virus and so forth. And so I just try to be cognizant of all those things and just try to be mindful of what I'm doing and how I'm navigating the world right now. It's uncharted territory. I don't really know what to do. The only thing I know to do is just to cover up, wash my hands, and just be smart, not be in big crowds and stuff like that. And I want to continue to play basketball more than anything. So everything I just mentioned previously is much more important than basketball. But for me, basketball far outweighs everything else because I want to be out there competing, and I want to help my team. So everything that we do is with COVID in mind right now, and hopefully we can, figure it out moving forward. I'm a huge fan of his game. Obviously, he's their heartbeat over there. This league is filled with amazing players, very talented players, and the best thing you can do is just make it tough. Guys are out there practicing these shots a million times. They're getting to their spots, etc. With game plan, we just try to make it tough for them. Try to put a lot of defensive pressure on him, get the ball out of his hands, and make him make decisions in places he's not as comfortable in. We know, where he wants to get to, what hand he wants to put the ball into, where he's more comfortable passing over the top and things like that. And so you just try to kind of keep him from those spots. He's very athletic, very fast, and so you just do your best with guys like that.
All right, too quick on Zoom. Let's start with James. Go ahead, James.
On to you. Hope you and everybody are well. Can you just talk a little bit about the Warriors way? And when you look around the locker room and you look up and you see the banners and you see Clay hitting jump shots, just talk about everything you guys have to get it done, and that's a world championship.
I think we got a lot of moving pieces. One thing I love about this organization is, just making it to the playoffs or winning a series isn't, the idea here. The goal is to win a championship. And me, I like to consider myself a winner. I've tried to win on every level that I've played at. And I like to win. I'm a competitor. So I think this is, the perfect place for me. Amongst all the other reasons that this is a perfect place for me, it's just the culture here. I love it. I remember when we lost to Memphis early in the season. I think that was like the 4th or 5th game, something like that. And I remember Andre coming in the locker room and telling us, these games matter. And this is early in the season, it's first or second week of the season. But it's those gestures and those type of things that leaders do that show you like, nah, we're trying to win every single game. Although it isn't very realistic, to think that you're going to win 82 games in the season, but to go into each game expecting to win and wanting to win, that's just a different attitude and a different culture here. And so, hopefully we can stay healthy. Hopefully COVID doesn't hit us. I think we got all the moving parts to, for a championship concoction. So hopefully, just those other variables don't get in the way.
All right, one last one. Christos, go ahead.
Hello, Juan. Hope you're doing well. How would the mood and the atmosphere around the team help you to maximize your effort each and every night and give you the 100% on both ends of the floor?
Well, I think if you step into this building and you're not coming to give 100% effort and you're not coming to be a competitor, then it's kind of like you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, why are you here? It's a building filled with guys who are very decorated, from the coaching staff down. And so it's not very often in your life that you get to be surrounded by true greatness. Every day I'm surrounded by true greatness. Starting with Steve. I actually was asking Steve yesterday, what's your favorite accomplishment that you've accomplished as a coach and a player? And I can imagine how hard that question is for him. Highest three-point percentage in NBA history, championships as a coach, as a GM, championships as a player, played with the best player ever, coaching the best shooter ever, coached the best scorer ever. arguably the best defender ever. Like, come on, man, it doesn't get any better than that. And so, started with Steve, down to Steph, Clay, Dre, Andre. You're just surrounded by greatness, and I know, like, I've never been on a team like this where I've had leaders and guys like that I look up to like that. So I don't take it for granted. It's not that I don't take it for granted because I'm so happy to be in this situation. I don't take it for granted because there's a bar that, you know, I try to achieve every day, that I try to hit every day. And it's natural for humans for us to be comfortable, you know, where we're at in life. If, you know, you're doing well, everything's good, you got food, et cetera, you're comfortable. But coming in here, no matter where I'm at in my life or, you know, how I'm doing on the floor, I never feel comfortable because I don't have 3 championships. I don't have a Defensive Player of the Year. I don't have a Finals MVP. And so those are things that hopefully one day I, you know, could maybe get, or, you know, get a championship or whatever. But my point being is that, you know, just being surrounded by greatness, I don't take it for granted. And I know that, you know, you don't get this opportunity very often in your life. And so it motivates me every day to come in here and try to be great.
So how did Steve answer your question?
He didn't answer my question, to be honest. He was like, and I'm like, you got to choose one. That was a hard question. He did mention one year being very fun, more fun than other years, but he didn't really say he had a favorite. I can't imagine, man. You get to play with Mike, Scotty, Dennis Rodman, being coached by Phil Jackson, then you get to coach all these guys. Man, don't get no better than that. Happy holidays.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.